If you're thinking about getting a GPS tracker for your kids, pay attention because today I'm bringing you the 5 best options available in Europe, and I'll tell you exactly which one suits your situation. Not all trackers are the same. There are huge differences between them that can make all the difference when you really need them. Whether you want pure tracking, real-time updates, or full communication features, I've got you covered. I've left all the links in the video description so you can check them out at your leisure. Let's dive in. We start with the PAJ People Finder 4G, which is what I call a pure tracker. This little device the size of a keychain does one thing and does it very well: locate. It works with GPS and 4G connection, which means it needs a monthly subscription to transmit data, but the good news is the SIM comes already integrated and you don't have to configure anything. No screens, no complicated apps, just real-time location with scary accuracy. What's really cool is that it works in over 100 countries without you having to touch anything. Let me give you a typical scenario. Imagine you're traveling through Europe with your family, you cross from Germany to France and then to Italy. Well, the PAJ keeps working without interruptions because it automatically negotiates with local networks. For traveling families, this is pure gold. Think about the peace of mind knowing that wherever you are in Europe, you can open the app and see exactly where your child is. The battery lasts up to 5 days in normal use, although if you have it in constant active tracking mode, it drops to 2 or 3 days, which is still very decent. The app lets you create safe zones, and if your child leaves that zone, you get an alert on your phone. That said, it has one downside. The IP65 protection means it can handle splashes and rain, but you can't submerge it. If your little one is the type who ends up in puddles up to their knees, keep that in mind. The Weenect GPS for kids is my favorite if what keeps you up at night is losing sight of your child in crowded places. It works with GPS and LTE-M networks. And yes, it requires a monthly subscription that includes connectivity in several countries. And let me explain why it's worth it. It has a mode called Super Live that updates the location every second. Yes, you heard right, every second. While other trackers like the PAJ update every few minutes, the Weenect lets you see your child's movement in real time, like a little dot moving across the map. Picture this: you're at a packed theme park, your 6-year-old lets go of your hand and disappears into the crowd. With a normal tracker, you see where they were 5 minutes ago. With the Weenect, you see exactly where they're moving right now, and you can intercept them before they get further away. The battery lasts up to 7 days in normal mode, although in Super Live mode it drops quite a bit because the device is constantly transmitting. The design is small, no screen, just an emergency button. This is important because the kid can't fiddle with it or turn it off by accident. It works with LTE-M networks that have better building penetration, so even inside a shopping center or a school it keeps the signal pretty well. Compared to the PAJ, the Weenect wins on update frequency, but the PAJ has the advantage in international coverage. Now we enter interesting territory with the combination of Insoles plus Apple AirTag or MotoTag. This works completely differently because it doesn't use its own GPS or mobile data and doesn't require any subscription. What it does is emit a Bluetooth signal that nearby people's phones detect, and those phones send the location anonymously through the Apple or Google network. In a city like London or Berlin where there are millions of iPhones and Androids everywhere, it works brilliantly. The AirTag also has a feature called precision finding that turns your iPhone into a compass, pointing you exactly to the direction and distance to the device. That's amazing for finding a child hidden in a park or a large shop. The insoles topic is controversial. Putting an AirTag under a kid's foot isn't comfortable because it's 8 mm thick and hard. The best option is to use pouches that hook onto the laces or the shoe's Velcro. Much more practical, and the child doesn't even notice they're wearing it. The important thing you need to understand is that this only works well in urban areas with lots of people. If you go hiking in the countryside or to a small village where nobody passes by with a phone, the AirTag is basically invisible. For cities, it's great and it has no monthly fee, but as a sole safety system in rural environments, I wouldn't rely on it. The battery lasts about a year and it's a standard coin cell you can replace yourself, which is really convenient. The MotoTag is the Android version that works with Google's network. It does exactly the same thing, but for those who don't have an iPhone. One important detail: the MotoTag's precise compass function is only available on Pixel 8 Pro, and later, if you have an older Android, you won't have it available. If what you're looking for is something more complete with communication, the SaveFamily SaveWatch Plus 4G is a different story. We're talking about a smartwatch with video calls, camera, music, and even a secure version of messaging. It works with GPS and 4G network, And here there's no subscription as such, but you need to buy a SIM card with data separately, so you'll have a monthly cost from whichever carrier you choose. It's basically a wrist phone for kids who aren't ready for a smartphone yet. The IP67 protection level is amazing because it means it can withstand being submerged in water up to 1 meter for 30 minutes, so goodbye to scares when they wash their hands or jump in the pool without warning. It includes a physical SOS button and a remote listening function in case you need to know what's happening around your child. And here's what you need to know. The battery doesn't last even 24 hours if you use video calls frequently. A 10-minute call can drain 20% of the battery easily. This isn't a device you set up and forget, it needs charging every single night without exception. It's ideal for children between 8 and 12 who want to feel grown up but aren't ready for a real phone yet. Imagine your child starts going to school alone and you want to see their face when they leave class. With the SaveWatch, you can make video calls and make sure everything's fine. Finally, we have the PAJ GPS locator watch, which works with GPS and mobile network. It doesn't have its own subscription, but you need a SIM card with data like the SaveWatch. What makes it special is a unique feature I haven't seen in any other on this list: fall detection. The watch uses accelerometer and gyroscope to detect if the child has fallen and isn't moving, and automatically makes an emergency call and sends the location. This is especially valuable for children with epilepsy, mobility issues, or any medical condition where a fall can be a real emergency. It also monitors heart rate and has an SOS button. The problem is that fall detection algorithms aren't perfect. A child jumping off a swing or playing rough can trigger false alarms. For very active children without special conditions, this can be more annoying than useful. But for families with specific medical needs, it's a layer of safety that no other device offers. It also works as a regular smartwatch showing the time, which younger kids appreciate. The app comes in multiple languages and the manual too, which is appreciated because other similar devices come with terrible translations. So, to recap, so you know which one to choose. If you travel a lot and need international coverage without complications, the PAJ People Finder is your option. If your thing is the absolute peace of mind of seeing your child move in real time, second by second, the Weenect has no rival. For urban families looking for something simple and without fees, the AirTag with a shoe pouch is the most practical solution. If you want complete communication with video calls, the SaveWatch Plus is the way to go, although be prepared to charge it every night. And if you have a child with special medical needs, where falls are a real concern, the PAJ is the only one that offers that automatic detection. I've left all the links down in the description, check them out, and if you found this video useful, you know the drill, like and subscribe for more comparisons like this one.